Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. We welcome you to this urgent and precious conference for climate change from space. Today and tomorrow, we are going to listen to more exquisite professionals, investigators, and investors in this area, and pay attention also to your questions and doubts. Space is the next step and the real gate to the future. The investment is hard, but will open these doors. Behind me, the live image is about to appear anytime. Here it is, a live image from International Space Station. I'm privileged to see Earth from up there where the astronauts are. This incredible image, this blue planet that carry us, that support us, and that we have to preserve and also save. The space policy of the European Union is a challenge and a work in progress. Europe aims to fight climate change through technological innovation, and space can help all the world to become aware of the problems and also the solutions. For the biggest research funding program, Horizon 2020, climate is one of the societal challenges. The roadmap for a sustainable economy is the Green Deal and climate actions to achieve climate neutrality by 2050. How? That's what we'll find out and debate right here.
How can satellites help precise farming? Geographic Information Systems, GIS, provide near real-time data. Support management of crop types, quickly and accurately. Help identify soil composition and fertility for seasonal predictions. Disease monitoring, irrigation needs and growth patterns. Assist on best time to harvest and help producing high-quality food. Why does satellite-based traffic management matters for green mobility? Better freight coordination. Efficient communication and management of the fleet. Optimizes goods distribution. Increases efficiency and lowers environmental impact. Empowering citizens for climate action. Sensors in different geographies and climatic zones complement knowledge and improve accuracy of information. On use of resources. For weather forecast, communities can share information using data space-based applications. United citizens-based climate action can lower CO2 emissions. On energy and water needs. To link citizens to science.
Of engineering and product development that designs, develops and operates innovative products in the mobility industries such as automotive and urban mobility, aeronautics, ocean and space. They are an international reference in the sustainable mobility area. Let's hear her.
Hello everyone, my name is Helena. I'm the CTO of CEiiA. At CEiiA, we are very proud to welcome you all to this ceremony, Climate from Space. CEiiA is a Portuguese engineering center that conceives, develops, and prototypes new technology products and services towards a more sustainable society. We are one of the highest RID investors in Portugal, and we work by bridging industry and academic in high-tech sectors, such as automotive and mobility, aeronautics, ocean, and space. Climate change is a planetary challenge. The pandemic we are facing today showed us that the power of the science and the power of the collaborative work all around the world in the development of a new vaccine. Having this example in mind, we must work together to save our planet. It is urgent. We must do together everywhere and with everything that we have. Here in our house, CEiiA, we are committed to work on climate change, particularly in cities and oceans, using all the potential of the space technologies. Count on us at CEiiA in this enormous challenge that is the climate change. Have a good ceremony with these extraordinary people. We are together committed to the future of our planet. Please stay safe, and a big hug to you all.
Thank you, Helena Silva. That was very nice and a great way to say that you're with us and near this event and facing the problems that are so urgent. The next step, the next person, Manuel, Heitor, Minister of Science, Technology and Higher Education in Portuguese government since November of 2015. But the experience in this area comes from 2005, as he served as Secretary of State of Science, Technology and Higher Education. Besides, Manuel Heitor is also a full professor of Instituto Superior Técnico in Lisbon with a long career with several academic studies. Manuel Heitor receive us all in the opening of this conference and have a message for her.
Good morning to everyone. We are here to address climate science from a space-based perspective. Why? And this is a question which should be aware of all of us, certainly those participating in the conference, but more broader, to expand the idea that we live in critical times where the green transition has become a must in all our societies, and the only way to address in a very effective way the greening of our planet is to look from outside the planet. And this is important because of the unprecedented times we live on. The pandemic, COVID-19, has started more than 1 year ago in animals. It passed to human beings. And we know that these zoonotic diseases are also a reflection of the imbalance between the economic and human activities and the planet Earth, which also are represented in many other different ways of climate change, from the icing in the poles to the new climate and changes in the climate issues, until to the dramatic need to really decrease the ecological footprint of agriculture activities, certainly together with the increasing awareness of industry at large to decrease CO2 emissions, but also with the emergence of the hydrogen economy. We have a diversified pool of activities with every single one depends on the way we better understand climate. Actually, the last United Nations Development Report 2020, published in December 2020, is clear in understanding that the still increasing inequalities throughout the world are particularly affected by climate change, and particularly because we are entering in a new geological era, the Anthropocene, where in fact we need to have more knowledge about climate. We need to stimulate institutional innovation across institutions in many different areas of knowledge, but we also need new observation methods. And that is the reason why the Portuguese Presidency of the European Council, in close articulation with the European Commission, has established this idea of looking to climate science from space-based systems and space technology, certainly with a prime goal to focus on Earth observation systems, but more and more also to go to the outer space and understand space weather as a unique and advanced way to forecast climate change by looking at space weather. And these do require new scientific advancements. So we are facing particularly interesting times of the development of new knowledge, particularly applied to the planet Earth, but also to the universe at large, to better understand the way space weather affects our own climate changes. But we are also at the same time addressing the issues of bringing together collaborative platforms of different institutions in different areas, from space-based system to astronomy, but also digital systems, new advanced materials, and more those which have the capacity to implement in agriculture, in urban contexts and urban mobility, in transportation, but also in land register. And this idea of collaborative platforms bringing together different skills do provide the incentives to really foster institutional innovation throughout Europe. So we need new knowledge, we need institutional innovation, but we also need more and more advanced, low-cost, environmental-free, space-based systems to address climate change. And this is important to be done in Portugal, in a country with a strong Atlantic window and an Atlantic history, because we know more and more from every kind source of literature that the interactions between climate and the oceans are particularly critical to keep our biodiversity at large in the years to come. That is the reason why, apart from this very specific conference on climate science and space, we are also organizing in June another summit, All Atlantic, in the Azores Island, particularly focus on Atlantic interactions and better understand and deepen our knowledge about climate oceans interactions, again, making use of space systems. So I thank you, all of those that have been associated with this conference, particularly the Portuguese Science and Technology Foundation, the Portuguese Innovation Agency, together with the Atlantic International Research Center, a new international organization bringing together partners from Europe, but also outside Europe, in the United States, the United Kingdom, also in Brazil and in Africa, with the focus on Atlantic interactions. Certainly, a special thanks to the Commission for engaging in this conference, and particularly to understand the key issue of climate science and space systems in the programming of Horizon Europe. The years to come are interesting times for strengthening our research systems, to strengthen Europe with more knowledge, addressing young researchers, addressing students at large, and essentially building an European culture with more science, more innovation, and more mobilization of society and science relationships, which are clearly a key step in better understanding climate science and the role of space systems for improving the quality of our lives throughout Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. So many challenges among us, but we can see a bright light at the end, for sure. Now it's time to welcome Carlos Morais Pires. He works very close to the European Commissioner for Innovation, Research, Culture, Education and Youth and Sport, and it is also Portuguese. And I know that for this Commissioner, the priorities are excellent in research, innovation and education. And so I welcome you, Dr. Carlos Morais Pires. Welcome, and I know that you have something to share with us. I think we have this delay because he's very far away from us, so my sound and what I have to say to him, it's taking too long to receive. Hi, can you hear me now? Dr. Carlos? I don't think that he is not, I think that he's not listening to me. So we ask for the help of technology, and now technology makes this prank with us, right? So we're having some technical problems with this participation, I think. And I'm going to ask to, yes, that's probably the most the most effective way to contact now Dr. Carlos Morais. We asked him by phone if he was hearing us. I hope that he's now ready to participate in this conference. Dr. Carlos?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can. We're expecting you.
So, okay. I was without audio. I apologize for that.
No problem. Welcome.
Okay, so thank you very much. Then I will start thanking, of course, Mr. Manuel, his message with a lot of attention, with some key words, bringing science, research, innovation in the same context of European approaches and policies, and as well the can you hear? Yes.
Yes, we are hearing you. We can listen. You can continue.
Okay, so
we were quietly listening
you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, then good afternoon again. Boa tarde. And Commissioner Gabriel, I'd like to congratulate the Portuguese Presidency for organizing this event. Of course, I will try to, in this short address, give a few from this side of the table. And I would start by talking a little bit about the moment we live with an important transformation of economy taking place in a time that requires all our engagement. And this conference is for sure an opportunity to discuss some guiding ideas to pass on this moment that Europe requires really a lot for the recovery. And it's important to link what we do in those terms with the research and innovation program, in particular Horizon Europe, and of course a lot of coverage in Horizon Europe regarding climate issues related with also the development of new technologies in the space domain. I'd like also to highlight here today that we do not start from scratch. We have the climate has been a priority, is a priority of this Commission, and in the form of the Green Deal. And we had, just to close Horizon 2020, we had very recently closed a call worth 1 billion euros of funding, which call we are now finalizing the evaluation. So to show the dynamic and eagerness to participate, we had results far from expectations, with more than 1,500 proposals submitted. and with a coverage on the whole set of topics, hydrogen to building, heating, covered in that call. So we expect results by this summer. So this call gave a little bit the trigger to what comes next, and the next means Horizon Europe, with a lot of resources dedicated to climate related research and innovation. And this amounts of 35% of Horizon Europe, which is a huge envelope, the biggest envelope in the world as a program of 95 billion around. So 35% of those will be dedicated to research and innovation that are relevant for climate related action. So we have the policy context, the Green Deal, we have the program Horizon Europe, and we have also an interest to build synergies with other programs that are related, that can make a difference in terms of innovation in these sectors. Going back to Horizon Europe, here our message, and Commissioner Gabriel is really stressing it quite a lot. The work programs that are now being launched in the first half of 2021. And there we have a number of instruments. We have a cluster that is cluster dedicated to climate, but we have also interactions with different clusters. So from the digital industry cluster, the one on energy and mobility, we hope that there will be synergies between. And we have specific instruments like partnerships and missions, which are important to align national strategies and strategies between the research and innovation community from the public sector and the private sector and industry. And these are very important, and we would like to give a couple of examples. For instance, the mission on adaptation to climate change, including societal transformation, is meant to look at climate resilience through demonstration at scale of the best solution in terms of resilience and adaptation to climate change. The mission on healthy oceans, and Minister Heitor referred to the role of the Atlantic interactions. So oceans, seas, coastal and inland waters, that mission is also in the making, is preparing, is proposed to develop a research and innovation work, and with a lot of ambition. And we hope, and we really ask your support, the support of the wider community, to set up a very ambitious roadmap. These missions, which are just examples where space can interact with the climate objectives. But we see the synergies going beyond that. We know that the knowledge that you need to develop, that the research community needs to develop, require a lot of background knowledge that is there, but also of data and high computing, so that we have really all the conditions and infrastructures for the scientific community to develop further its work. The Commissioner yesterday launched, Commissioner Gabriel launched, together with Minister Manuel, the Knowledge Center on Earth Observation, which is also and will be a mechanism to coordinate synergies, including between two key flagship programs, Horizon Europe for research and innovation, and Copernicus as an important program for Earth observation, top quality data being produced every day. So I would like to refer also to the role of other parts of the European Union context, like the climate kick from the Europe of Technology, play also a role in bringing the community together and in Europe, and trying to develop further pan-European collaborations in these areas. One thing that is for sure at very close to the heart of Commissioner Gabriel is actually this engagement. So in this, which is a particularity of missions, but not only, to the research community support from Europe in general, we really would like to make this part a very important one, in the sense that even in the Green Deal call, the last one from Horizon 20, there was a specific topic to support the citizens' engagement and awareness from the society at large of what is at stake in terms of climate change and what can research and innovation bring to address in a concrete way. So by empowering and developing new competencies and skills, I think it's much easier for Europe to attain the objectives of the Green Deal related with climate. And I think these were basically the main messages from our side. We really research and innovation community to work and rebuild the collaboration network to directed by this difficult year of the pandemics, to rebuild the pan-European collaborations and bring all this knowledge in concrete proposals for the Horizon Europe next calls, in particular in the context of missions, in context of the partnerships that are related with climate, and there are of those on hydrogen, on automated mobility, and all this I think should come together and requires the engagement from the community. And so the final words I would say are really to put research and innovation in the forefront, because it's very important to gain the full understanding of the risks, but also propose new solutions, and so that the picture we have today, which is with a lot of can be changed with more knowledge, as Minister Heitor was referring to, and so that the picture could do in 10 now and in 2050 can be a completely different one, and with a carbon neutral continent, which is the main aim of the climate policy of the Union. So again, this event, congratulations, thank you, and we wish you on behalf of Commissioner Gabriel, very fruitful discussions. Thank you very much for your attention.
Dr. Carlos, I'm going to, if you allow me, to make. I think you're still listening to me, right?
Yes.
If you allow me to make a little run away from our timetable, I have to ask you, because you've been in European Commissions for about maybe 20 years, and the main issues, they've changed along the years. So how do you see this matter of climate change, and how can you explain the difference of work and importance that the issue gained through the years in the European Commissions?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm pleased to reply to this question, because in fact we are in a also preparing a package. Roughly 1 year ago, less than 1 year ago, the Commission issued a number of apart from the policy itself, from the Commission, the Green Deal, so to say, a lot of work has been put to give coherence to a number of issues related with the climate objectives. So the Commission will very soon, hopefully in a couple of months, start proposing member states and Parliament a coherent package that regards a number of elements that contribute to the climate objectives. Now, going back to your precise question, so this is, I think, very much by everyone at the highest political level, that we are entering a decade of extreme importance to address threats. So in terms of climate change, there is a clear political momentum, and Europe is very much willing to lead, not only in terms of policy, but by example. And by example means that a lot of things have to be looked at, and research and innovation, talking from the portfolio of Commissioner Gabriel, is absolutely part of this game, and that's why Horizon Europe dedicates more than 1/3 to possible solutions to many of the aspects that related with the climate objectives. So research innovation is at the center. is really a change. We enter into a decade that there are a need to deliver results quite quickly. And this is a clear change between now and what happened 10 years ago, when already the issue, but didn't have this kind of pressure to go for concrete results.
So much. It was a pleasure to talk with you about these issues. Have a nice day, and please stay with us. Thank you.
Thank you. I will. Thank you very much.
Time to talk with the responsible for all of this, the director of this conference, Eutimia Madaleno. Let me just say that your background is in material engineering with a specialization, oh, it's hard to say a big word, in metal matrix composites from Tokyo Institute of Technology, always connected to research and development in aeronautics and defense technologies, right?
Exactly.
Lately, you're a senior advisor for EU Opportunity.
Exactly.
But Eutimia, we're now speaking as a director of this conference, a conference that was urgent to prepare it to present. This is the vision of future.
Yes, indeed. You are absolutely right. It's the vision of the future. It's fundamental that we tackle now this issue that is around the things connected with the climate change, which has become more and more important. We just heard about that. And environmental degradation. We are living this through for the past more than 1 year, and we really start realizing that this is important. And climate connects with space. And why this connects? Because indeed, space provides us the tools, the instruments, and the information, the data that allows us to understand and to monitor and also create more and more research and knowledge around these issues and better prepare the future. So this is a moment where we are really working on it, and that's why it's so important. It's for the presidency, and it's also for the European Union, a moment where we are looking for a green Europe. For the Portuguese presidency, the oceans, the blue economy is fundamental, and it was fundamental at the same time for the Ministry of Science and Technology and Higher Education. It was very important to value the infrastructures and the investments that have been done not only in knowledge that is around the universities, but also in Azores, a great investment with the infrastructures and all the bodies that were created, like the Air Center and PT Space. So all around this is fundamental for people to understand indeed that space information and data and infrastructures are something that is not an elite issue. It's something that is built for the people, for the use, for the benefit of the planet. So let's go to Earth and understand how good it is to have this infrastructure to benefit the planet.
The future is up, and we're going to make a short break. And I thank you so much, Eutimia, for this information, because we have to have suddenly a global view to find some small solutions that can help us to go through the future. Thank you so much. Short break. In about 7-8 minutes, we'll be back for the first panel. Thank you.
How can satellites help precise farming? Geographic Information Systems, GIS, provide near real-time data. Support management of crop types, quickly and accurately. Help identify soil composition and fertility for seasonal predictions. Disease monitoring, irrigation needs and growth patterns. Assist on best time to harvest and help producing high-quality food. Why does satellite-based traffic management matters for green mobility? Better freight coordination. Efficient communication and management of the fleet. Optimizes goods distribution. Increases efficiency and lowers environmental impact. Empowering citizens for climate action. Sensors in different geographies and climatic zones complement knowledge and improve accuracy of information. On use of resources. For weather forecast. Communities can share information using data space-based applications. United citizens-based climate action can lower CO2 emissions. On energy and water needs. To link citizens to science.
I hear you well. You see me and hear me? Everything okay? Okay, yeah, sorry, I let me too excited, yeah? No problem.